on wisdom and knowledge. Wisdom thoroughly learned will never be forgotten. Educate the children, and it won't be necessary to punish the men. Concern should drive us into action, not into depression. Rest satisfied with doing well, and leave others to talk of you as they please. A fool is known by his speech, and a wise man by silence. Numbers rule the universe. There is geometry in the humming of the strings. There is music in the spacing of the spheres. Knowledge is the surest way to freedom. The oldest, shortest words, yes and no, are those which require the most thought. It is better to be silent than to dispute with the ignorant. On life and personal growth. Do not let your actions be influenced by empty talk. Be silent, or let your words be worth more than silence. A man is never as big as when he is on his knees to help a child. The beginning is half of the whole. Practice justice in word and deed, and do not get in the habit of acting thoughtlessly about anything. As soon as laws are necessary for men, they are no longer fit for freedom. Choose always the way that seems best, however rough it may be. Custom will soon render it easy and agreeable. There is no word or action, but has its echo in eternity. Most men and women, by birth or nature, lack the means to advance in wealth or power, but all have the ability to advance in knowledge. Despise all those things which, when liberated from the body, you will not need. On virtue and ethics. Above all things, respect yourself. No man is free who cannot command himself. Govern your tongue before all else. Next, govern your conduct. Declining from the public ways, walk in unfrequented paths. The soul is dyed the color of its thoughts. Let no one persuade you, by word or deed, to do or say whatever is not best for you. A person who is not in control of themselves is like a city with broken walls. True and perfect friendship is to make one heart and mind of many hearts and bodies. Anger begins in folly and ends in repentance. The wise man should be prepared for everything that does not depend on his will. On mathematics and the universe, number is the ruler of forms and ideas and the cause of gods and demons. All is number. Numbers have a way of taking a man by the hand and leading him down the path of reason. The laws of nature are but the mathematical thoughts of God. God built the universe on numbers. Mathematics is the language in which God has written the universe. Geometry is knowledge of the eternally existent. Everything is arranged according to number and mathematical shape. Numbers are the highest degree of knowledge. It is knowledge itself. Measure what is measurable and make measurable what is not so. On the soul and spirituality. The soul of man is immortal, and its future is the future of things whose growth and splendor have no limit. The body is a prison for the soul. When you depart from this world, you will then truly begin to live. Purify your soul before leaving the world, for the body is but a temporary vessel. The universe is alive, and we are merely fragments of its eternal soul. Man is a transient being, but the soul is eternal. The study of the stars will lead to the knowledge of the soul. Souls never die, but always reborn into new bodies. The more we explore within, the more we understand the divine laws of the universe. Life is a preparation for eternity. On music and harmony. There is music in the movement of the spheres. Music is the harmonization of opposites, the unification of disparate things, and the reconciliation of warring elements. A person who is in harmony with themselves and the universe will have music in their soul. Each celestial body sings its song, but only the wise hear the melody. Music and rhythm find their way into the secret places of the soul. As long as man continues to be the ruthless destroyer of lower living beings, he will never know health or peace. The highest goal of music is to connect one's soul to their divine nature. Musical training is a more potent instrument than any other. because rhythm and harmony find their way into the inward places of the soul. Harmony is created by knowing both light and darkness, joy and sorrow, and balancing them within. Music is the divine way to tell beautiful things to the heart on silence and self-control. A fool speaks, a wise man listens. Learn to be silent. Let your quiet mind listen and absorb. Silence is better than unmeaning words. If you cannot control your tongue will control you. He who knows not to speak knows not to act. Let your speech be better than silence, or be silent. Patience and silence are great virtues for the soul. To hear the truth, one must first be silent. He who can hold his tongue and rule his thoughts shall rule his destiny. One must first master themselves before mastering their words. On friendship and society. A friend is a second self. Friendship is one soul in two bodies. In friendship, do not ask for anything that you would not willingly give. Do not talk a little on many subjects, but much on a few. Choose rather to be strong of soul than strong of body. Do not act with a view to revenge. Do not even think of doing what ought not to be done. Strength of mind rests in sobriety, for this keeps your reason unclouded by passion. Love that shines from within cannot be darkened by external rejection. The soul is like a companion. It reveals itself most in times of hardship. Miscellaneous and final thoughts. Do not go to bed until you have examined your conscience. Learn and never cease to learn. We come from the one and must return to the one. He who is kind to animals is kind to people. Do not harm yourself by hating others. Each morning brings a chance for renewal. To be well adjusted in a profoundly sick society is not a virtue. The universe does not give to those who do not act. Every action has an echo that returns to us. Live in harmony, and the universe will be in harmony with you. On discipline and self-mastery. By silence, the divine word is revealed. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. Happiness comes in moderation, for excess leads to destruction. The foundation of every state is the education of its youth. He who conquers his own mind is greater than he who conquers a city. On cosmic order and the divine. Man is the measure of all things, but the divine is the measure of man. The entire cosmos is composed of order and harmony, guided by numbers. The divine is not in the heavens alone, but in every thought, word, and action. To seek wisdom is to seek alignment with the order of the universe. There is a harmony in the universe, which can only be understood by those who listen.